So here we are, guys. I've got a paint remover on the door and just waiting for it to start. And it's kind of one of those downtimes where you've just got to let things work, and so you just got to let things work and just let them process it. And you can hear some of it's working faster elsewhere. So we just put on a couple of layers, let us do his job, let it bubble up, and then take care of it from there. Here you go here. So just flush fill the door again. Put a little bit of caulk just on the end. I know we're going to finish it with sand cement, but I wanted sand cement to have something stiff to actually run into and to meet. So I flush filled it again. I'm going to sand it off and repaint. Now I personally think this is the colour that you gave me, but I think that this is the same as that, Mars. Can you see it? That's actually the same as that. So you can see the number. It's from Temple Oak, so that's the same product, but that's actually that again. Okay. I'll send you a video when I have it finished. So just showing you here, Michael, I've just put on the same solution that I did out the front, the peel stop, and I just put it on those areas there. On this side, I actually did the first, and you can see there was a little bit of kind of creamy paint on the brush, so I did that along there. Okay. To me, the two most vulnerable areas that you have on the job are the area up above and this area here. And this is why I did this whole block in the peel stop. And then I'm going to put the EB bonded agent into this paint in this area too. So this area and that area and this flank up above seems to be the worst areas, those three. That flank up above, the face, and then this quadrant here. So and I think you can see the sheen on that. So I'm just going to make sure that they get both the peel stop and the EB. Okay, then regular paint on top. So guys, here we are here. This has been soaked in Coca-Cola for about a week and a half, because there's been no urgency of being repairing the doors since. So got the leather, got brass plate, and you can see, look, you can see how it is, a bit of paint on that as well. Maybe two things that are in there, maybe a couple of some screws knocking around as well at the end. So I'm just going to pour them out. Nothing tell you what brand the coat it was. Well, it was one of the big ones. And I also got some utter junk as well when I was down in the store. I got some really cheap garbage for about 2.5 litre for about 50 cents. So we'll see where we go with this. Okay. Thanks. You can see the screws at the end there and this. Okay. So I have steel wool, and the steel wool I have is very fine. So I'll show you how it gets. So guys, you can see it's a fine wool, and literally took me about 35 seconds, maximum 40 to get half of it done. So you can see just even there with a little bit, so without the adhesion of two hands working abrasively, that's how quickly it comes up. Just want to show you, Murs, I did the light in green, and the reason I did that is I wanted to I was using the primer, the old primer, and I had it, so I want to put a primer on first before a top coat, and there's the top coat. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a top coat of white on it. I think it'd look better, but this way you get to see the green, and if you want to go back to the green we can, but I think it would totally take away from the actual door, it being green. I think it'd be better off being white, but we can see it both ways then. I don't know, I sent you a picture of it earlier. Okay. So just want to show you where we are, Murs. There's a parcel for you, but so I did the ends cream to bring them in, need a coat or two, and if you want to change to green that's fine, but I just want to get a coat in it. Got 2 coats on the door. So the light, I sent you a video earlier, I painted the green because I had the old prime green colour, so I painted that. Got 1 or 2 coats on the frame. I got the rest of the coating done up top on the frame and the sides, so I need to bring that in. Got a coat or 2 down the end, still need to do more filling just at the very end. I'm going to do that with epoxy. I'm going to fill up these holes around the sides when I do that, and then we can start putting the finished coats on the actual door itself. I put brown on the wire going in to camouflage it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we'll go back to the black. It's no big deal to do that. So that's kind of where we are. Chat to you tomorrow. Take care. So guys, we're at the stage now where things kind of gets very slow. I've got a coat on, I'm going to head off, a final coat on. So I need to come back and obviously give it another coat there, sort out the wire, come back and do small final adjustments. And they're very obvious at this stage. So this is about coming back, these type of guys here, this little drip, sand back some of this. So they're small, but they're still significant. See it there? So tidying up the ends of this. So there's a fair bit of small ones, but it's really about adjustments from here on in. Okay, taking a little bit of paint off the door, a little bit of filler in certain areas. So it's kind of pottering, and it's a nice way to do it with the final coat already done. Just coming back and doing adjustments. I'm going to do that this afternoon, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow and do final adjustments. And if the brass is there, I'll put it on and we'll get some weather strips, so we'll take it from there. And I may even get the weather strip and paint the weather strip to actually match the door itself. I may get a primer on it, and we may actually match the door itself rather than going pure white. Okay, so that's the process from here. So guys, we're getting close to the end of the project, and it's getting towards finishing touches at this stage, and a lot of times this is in kind of the, I guess, the psychological contract, isn't that what they call it in corporate world, between employee and employer. So same here. And sometimes clients will pay in, they'll appreciate it, and other times they won't, and you end up doing extras for free, like the wire, painting the black wire up there, taking all the that off, painting the brown wire, doing the light, painting this little band here, filling the little band, refilling it, painting the threshold, refilling it, painting it, refilling it, doing the door saddle underneath and touching that up from previous, doing this section here, cleaning the brass, taking off paint off the bricks, and tidying that up, so taking paint off the stained glass and glass. So they're the type of things that are often done. Are they extras? Hard to know, but it's the spirit of it, and it's really about getting the project right at this stage and heading off. So guys, you can see they're nearly there.